Well, maybe you've participated in one, or you may be gearing up for one right now, a fun run. Well, complaints have been growing nationwide over race companies canceling events on short notice with no refunds. This is a look at 5K Foam Fest homepage. They and their parent company recently went out of business and left runners high and dry. 2 races in Ohio and Cleveland were canceled with just 4 days notice. And here's part of the email participants received. It said, unfortunately, we're not able to provide you with a refund. You can imagine how well that went over. So how do you avoid this scenario when you sign up for your next run? Aaron Duffner with the Better Business Bureau is here to help. And you have got 6 specific things to look out for to help people when they're signing up for these fun runs.
Well, this can be a real bummer for folks in Austin because there are so many different ways to get out and get active with these walks and runs. And so we just want to be sure, because we are getting a lot more complaints, that people know where to go before they sign up.
Yeah, saving problems on the front end so that you don't face issues later.
Especially with some of these registration fees that, as you said, some of those examples, people just aren't getting their money back when some of these runs are canceled. And certainly there are going to be occasions, for whatever reason, that any kind of walk or run is canceled, whether it's weather related or something along those lines. But we just want to be sure that people check on the front end, so if something happens like that, that they're able to get those refunds back.
All right, so number 1, do your research. What does that mean?
Do your research. What we found when we were looking at some of these complaints is that some of these companies that did cancel and did not provide any kind of refund had F ratings with BBB. So just be sure to go to bbb.org and make sure that you're comfortable with doing business with the company.
So see if their name is on the list and that there are already red flags through you guys.
Absolutely.
Okay, number 2, understand the terms and conditions.
Well, this is something, that you want to go through. I know we're all used to really clicking through a lot of different things, but just be sure you go through those terms and conditions so that you understand if the race or the walk or the run is actually canceled, would you qualify for that refund?
So making sure you're reading the fine print and not just scrolling to the bottom and saying, I accept.
Yeah, read that fine print just so that you can develop those expectations and you can decide whether you want to pre-register, because a lot of these walks and runs will allow you to actually register the day of the walk or run.
And it might actually say we don't issue refunds.
It may actually say that we don't issue refunds, which is why the research on the front end is so very important, so that has this happened before? For a lot of these walks and runs that are happening nationwide, is this something that happened in another city? You really want to know that information.
Okay, number 3, check the local venue.
Check the local venue, because there are going to have start and stop points for a lot of these fun runs. So just be sure you can usually check with the city. Some of these walks and runs have specific permits they need. If it's starting from a specific park or streets are going to be closed, generally there's going to be a lot of notification from that particular venue. So just do that double check. And if you really are nervous, that might be something, a red flag. It might be telling you something. Your gut might be saying something to you.
Okay, number 4, pay with a credit card and not a debit either.
Pay with a credit card, because you do have some of those extra protections through your credit card company, and if there is a cancellation and you don't get the refund that you think you should, you can actually dispute that charge through your credit card company.
Okay, number 5, keep documentation.
Make sure that you keep documentation so that when you are registered, a couple of different reasons. Number 1, if it is canceled, you need that refund, you have that documentation. But number 2, take that information when you go actually to the run so that you can prove that you actually are registered, to avoid you paying twice.
Got it. You can print it out, or sometimes I just take a screenshot if it's on the iPad.
A screenshot, or you can print it to a PDF, save it on your desktop until after the run. And the other reason you want to keep that is because if you are doing some kind of charity run, that's a great time to possibly get that for a tax write-off.
Okay, last but not least, check out the charity if it is helping an organization.
Certainly, there are a lot of different runs for charities to raise money, and if you are doing that specifically, a lot of people are getting their friends together, they have big groups at work. Just be sure that you're checking out that charity at give.org, or if it's a local charity at bbb.org/central-texas, because a lot of people may not know that BBB also evaluates charities. And so what we can do is, we can provide that information of specifically where the money is going, what are the causes, and what are those programs, because while it is fun to get outside, you want to actually feel good about giving back to that charity, and that's maybe why you're doing that specific walk or run. So just check everything out.
For sure, follow the money. Erin Duffner, thank you so much with the BBB here in Central Texas. We're going to have these 6 tips on our website in case you missed them at KXAN.com. We'll be right back.